Good morning to one and all. I welcome you all to the International Conference on Advanced Materials in Innovative Technology, MET 2022. I would like to welcome the session chair, Dr. Hemant Daima, and the other presenters. So, Dr. Hemant Daima has demonstrated importance of surface functionalization in controlling nanomaterials exterior corona, which dictates nanomaterials interaction at nanobiointerface. Dr. Dhaima's research findings have revealed guiding principles involved in rational nanoparticles design strategies for biomedical applications. Currently, Dr. Dhaima's team is also working on the development of functional organic and inorganic nanomaterials for drug or gene delivery, biosensors, management of multi-drug resistant bacteria, nanozymes activities, and medical devices. Dr. Dhaima is founder of Nanobiointerface Research Laboratory. He's also got over 50 publications to his credit, which includes books, journal volumes, scientific reviews, editorials, high impact research articles, and book chapters. Dr. Dhaima is also an editorial board member and reviewer of leading scientific publishers in the field of nanotechnology, nanotoxicology, and nanomedicine. He is also a member of numerous scientific and professional bodies and also recipient of several international fellowships and awards. He has successfully supervised research projects at undergraduate, master, and PhD level. I welcome Dr. Dhaima as session chair for this session 4. So it's over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Pankaj. So first of all, thank you very much for your, concise brief summary you have given about the work. And let's, without delaying further, let me ask all the participants that please be ready with your presentations. And just for your information, that you will be judged against 40 marks, and you will be having 10 marks for the content, 10 marks for your presentation, 10 marks for question and answer, how confidently you answer the questions and how close you are, and then toward 10 marks for your overall presentation. So you are being judged for the awards in this one. And let me start with the P60. P60, Rangraj Bhattacharya is there?
Sir, actually, first 3 presenters are not there.
Okay, so we go with the Vijay Sahu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Vijay Sahu.
P80. So let me ask Vijay, who is going to speak about mineralogy study of soil in Dantewada region of India.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vijay, you please share your presentation. Put it on the presentation mode, your slides, and then you can start. And you will have 7 minutes. How much time we are giving, Pankaj?
Sir, 10 minutes for the presentation and 5 minutes for the question answer session.
Okay. So you have 10 minutes and plus 3 to 5 minutes for your question answers if there are any. Good luck, Vijay. Please stick with time.
Sir, visible or not?
Yes, your presentation is visible.
Okay, thank you, sir. First of all, I say thanks for given opportunity, MIT. Today,
Vijay, please put it in the slide mode. Yeah, please.
Vijay.
Yes, sir. Can you start, sir?
Yeah, you can start.
Yes,
kindly have your presentation in the slide mode, the full screen.
Full screen, okay.
Yeah.
Put it on presentation mode.
It's down on the close to the volume button. That tabletop. Or you can press F5 also. If it's functional.
Sorry, screen is the
screen is visible, Vijay, but you need to put it on the full screen. You see on the side there are your slide visible things are there.
Even slideshow mode would be okay. At the top, close to the animation, you got the slideshow. At the top, home, insert, draw, design.
I know, sir, but
click on slideshow.
At the top.
On the top, yeah. Not there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
this
yes.
one.
Yes, from the beginning, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Question? So today my topic is mineral study of the soil in Dantewada region in India. First, this articles four points of conclusion. First, introduction, and second, methodology, and third, in the resulting one, and last is the conclusion and reference. So first, I start introduction. Soil is the mineral study and the better term of the investigation and the measure of soil farming components and the finding out the effect of mineral and the trace elements about the soil plant instruction proposed. The chemical properties, physical properties, and the materials are detected. The XRD spectrum, XRD reveals the presence of the clay minerals in the soil. X-ray reflection has the surprised resultations composition of the soil and of find of the XRD. So this is the very important resultant of parameters for agriculture region, and the researcher also researcher. The natural mineralogic system and the such soil are difficult to carry out of the identify and the quantity of the analysis by the XRD. The XRD intensity ratio of the microbasal reflection 0.01 to 0.2, and according to the Paul and the co-author, this is the researcher of the author. So second is the preparation of the soil and the methodology to collect the soil and the tested of the laboratory and reference labs. The first soil clay are detected before they are the ground and the separate in the various particle size and grading. That means particle size is the mini size. Analysis of a powder by the XRD required that the extremely fine grained and the active minimize the performance organization and enough particle participation in the diffraction process. The recommended size range is 0 to 5 micrometer, and grading in the encapsulations of the either so hand grading or in the mechanical grinder. The atmosphere or layer outside of the grain. Preparation of the analyzed XRD. This step is the remove under irreversible coating in the cement and other. That means other particles is remove in the soils. Improve the diffraction characterizations of the sample and promote the discrete during size diffraction relativity. For clay sample may be not required any of this. Pre-treatment soil samples and the hand required. The pre-treatments can be grouped into the following: remove of the soil, saltable soils, and the carbonaceous sediment, etc. So this is identify particles in the by size very sand 0.2.0 to 1 milli, crescent sand 1 to 5, medium to 0.5 to 25, fine sand to 25 to 10, very fine to 10 to this category of the different soil particle size, and this texture definition of the texture. That means clay, silt, and the sand. 3 types of the texture of the soils. So first, this particle size to define the other sand size, sand, silt, and the clay. Clay size less than 0.02 that means the clay, it is obtained necessary to net equination of the soil clay sample to one of the size range to elucidate and qualify specific mineral species represent and the cursor size fractions or the obtained other by the wet on the dry leaving there the that cells. This is part of the resulting part. Collect many locations of soils and after mine different particle size in the powder make a powder to different particle sizes. So after collecting the test in the laboratory, so laboratory NIT Raipur. So different locations of and pH value. This is the physical chemical properties of the soil sample. First is the pH value, electrical conductivity, organic carbon, micronutrients and the micronutrients. That means nitrogen, phosphorus, this sulfur, and zinc, boron, iron, magnesium, copper. Both different of the locations and different of this is the various graphs of the soils, organic carbon and electric this means organic carbon, electric conductivity, pH value. That means chemical properties of the different locations of and organic, electric and pH value also of this graph resulting point and micronutrients and same of different graph, different locations of the parameters of the nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, sulfur. So define of the by graph of resulting in micronutrients of zinc, boron, iron, magnesium, copper. Also defined of find out of physical properties of the different locations, silt, sand and clay, texture name and the bulk density, particle density, porosity and the water holding capacity. So different locations and the different parameters. So of this result and so of the graph to water holding capacity, porosity, particle density, bulk density and the soil textures. So this so of the S is this point of the locations and this point of the different values of porosity, particle density, bulk density and the soil textures. The resulting point of this X-ray diffraction is mainly useful for determination of the crystal structure of the molecules. Her figure just below on the figure, right? This figure though you define of the this region and the peak of the value 20.39, 27.17. That means this peak value of the mineralogical density between 2 theta. That means 2 theta value that means of is the angle of between transmission beam and the reflection beam. 2 theta means reflections and transmitted angle between angle and density. That means which has the maximum density means of maximum number of electrons in this sample of sample or emitter. So between graph plot different locations of the soil and 2 theta and density. And for measurement of the 6 locations, different XRD result. First locations of the this and second location, third location, fourth location, 5 and also 6. So different locations to define or find out of the different microbiological parameters to soils to better for resulting. Conclusion, the physico-chemical properties of the soil naturally accessible micronutrients are varied. Inorganic components have an considered impact on the soil, such the quality and which the benefit of the agriculture experts. The texture of the soil determines the bulk density. The texture of the soil has a strong relationship with the electric conductivity. The wind in the soil can be calculated using this data. This anticipated the figure can be also used to determine the scattering coefficient and the emissivity, which could be useful. The development microwave remote sensing system XRD also investigated for the soil sample of the various regions. These findings are beneficially to agriculture scientists and this plot of locations, scientists, agriculture field, remote sensing field, and the different materials field to use of this data and methods. So this work is very useful for scientists in the work of this field of agriculture soil spectroscopy research. This is the different reference. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay. Can you listen me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the very nice presentation. You spoke very well. Is there any question from the audience? If anybody wants to ask anything? Anyone?
Shall I ask one question if you permit?
Yes, please.
Vijay, I would like to know the reason behind those peaks. Would you please explain the logic why those peaks were there in the your graphs? Those.
Sorry, sir.
You have shown different graphs for the different soils, and I want the reason behind those peaks. What that peak signify?
Sir, XRD peak value.
Yeah.
So
what is that? At that only. I want to know the reason behind it.
This graph peak value, that means in density of the peak of, so graph is so of the in density of this method of reflection and transmission beam. And method define of the different parameters, chemical, just like this nitrogen, sulfur. So this is peak of the highest peak density value of the highest.
No, why only it is at this 27 AU?
Sorry, sir.
Your graph shows that the peak is at only at this 27 AU value. If you
27 value.
Yeah, why only at that value? No, why not at others? What is the logic behind that?
Sir, agriculture soil based of the micronutrients and so requirement of this those parameters. So find out the
Okay, no issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Vijay, I have a couple of questions for you.
One is required parameters of the very high value and then component of the many. Yes, sir.
Yes, Vijay, I think your connectivity is not stable, but anyways, it is fine. First thing, Vijay, you selected Dantewada for this study. Is there any specific reason to select that area, or because you were there, so that's why you have selected? Why did you select Dantewada for this study? Hello, Vijay.
Hello.
Yes, Vijay. Why did you select Dantewada? Is there any reason, specific reason?
Sir, my native place Dantewada, and also NMDC Dantewada. NMDC is a large industrial area.
Mhm.
Large industrial area and NMDC. So also focus in the NMDC area, different locations of the iron mines.
Okay.
Main focus of the industrial area.
Okay, Vijay, thank you. Another thing is you spoke about macronutrients and micronutrients in your presentation. Even you have given some examples also that these are the macronutrients, these are the micronutrients. So what is difference between macronutrients and micronutrients?
The soil parameters of the
Yeah, so what is
different-
what my let's say you say nitrogen, phosphorus, they are macronutrients, and ferrous, etc. You said they are micronutrients. So what is macronutrients and what is micronutrients?
the meaning of the macro, and that means very very small below parameters. Macro, that means of high parameter, high quantities of the component.
Which is more important, macronutrients or micronutrients?
So just like this if more both are very depend on the crops, depend on the crop, which crop to apply in this field. So like this grain chana, that means so nitrogen very high, so this means need of the crop. So balance of the for health is very good, so product is very high production. So balance of the micro and the macronutrients very sufficient. Both parameters are
Okay, Vijay. Just last question. You, in your conclusion, you spoke that there is a strong correlation between soil texture and electric conductivity. So what is the reason of that? Why there is a connection between the electric conductivity and soil texture? Because the same reason, same soil, different type of. So what is the rationale of that?
sure. Type texture is the different type. That means the felt and the clay, but electric conductivity, the relation of the different particle size. That means so clay is a very strong relation. High of electric conductivity is the clay. If you soil is the clay types of soil, so electric conductivity, so between the particle size depends.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And now we have next presenter who will be talking about camel milk, therapeutic and nutritional values. Mountain Imoli Hassani. So are you there, Mr. Hassani? Yes. Can you please share your PPT?
Yeah, sure.
You have 10 minutes, as I told you, and you will be judged against 40 marks. Can you please share your, yeah, okay. Good. Okay, please go to slideshow mode. Yes. Can you please unmute yourself? We cannot listen you. Hello. You are not audible.
Hello.
Mohandev, please unmute yourself. It might be on the top, bottom left corner. Unmute button would be there. If you could find it.
Am I audible?
Yeah, please be louder.
Hello, am I audible?
I cannot listen you. Please increase the volume of your system. Not audible.
Now, am I audible?
Yes, slightly.
Okay. Now,
Yes, much better.
okay. So shall I start?
Yes, please.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Mohd Imam Hassani. Currently, I'm doing MSc Food Technology from Amit University, Jaipur. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me the opportunity to present my review on nutritional and therapeutic value of camel milk. In this presentation, I will briefly highlight the nutritional aspect of camel milk, its medicinal benefits, and lastly, the industrial application of camel milk. Slide is moving.
No. Yes.
Yeah. So without any delay, let me give you a brief introduction about camels and camel milk. Camels are originally later they migrated to Asia and Africa, where we find the highest population nowadays of camel milk, of camels. So camel milk, like any other milk, it is rich in nutrients and it's more similar to goat milk. It contains, it is opaque and it contains a sweet, sharp taste, but sometimes it can be salty. So nowadays, in many countries of the world, camel milk is being given to children suffering from malnutrition, and hence it has emerged as a new superfood. Now, if we talk about the nutritional aspect of camel milk, it has a varieties of nutrients such as vitamins, including vitamin A, vitamin B, C, vitamin D, and vitamin E. It also contains minerals. It is highly rich in iron, and it has a good amount of calcium, copper, zinc, magnesium, phosphorus, and so on. Camel milk also contains fatty acid, namely unsaturated fatty acids, long-chain fatty acid, linoleic fatty acid. And as it's milk, it obviously contains protein, namely casein, whey protein, and some types of protective proteins. Camel milk also possesses a less amount of lactose. Now, camel milk is known for its therapeutic value. It is known to have antibiotic properties. This is owing to the presence of insulin-like protein and hence it helps to maintain the blood sugar level. In addition to this, camel milk has a strong antioxidant activity. This will help in preventing and even curing diabetes. Camel milk also possesses antimicrobial and antiviral effect. This is because it contains proteins like lactoferrin and lysosomes. These proteins will help in, they act as antimicrobial and antiviral agents. They also help in fighting autoimmune diseases. Now, camel milk also can be used against allergies. You might be knowing that milk allergy is mainly caused by proteins as beta-lactoglobulin and beta-casein. Well, camel milk doesn't contain beta-lactoglobulin, and its beta-casein is quite different from the one found in milk from other species like goat milk or cow milk. Camel milk can be also used against autism. So autism is mainly caused by high oxidative stress. As I have already said, camel milk possesses a strong antioxidant activity. This will help in reducing the oxidative stress and hence reducing autism. It also exerts an anti-aging effect. Lastly, milk can be used to fight or to prevent several chronic diseases such as cardiovascular diseases and Crohn's diseases. Now, if we talk about the industrial utilization of camel milk, initially camel milk was consumed by people from the desert as raw milk, but nowadays, as it is known to have several benefits, pasteurized and commercialized worldwide. Now, it's important to note that pasteurization of camel milk is quite different from pasteurization of cow milk or goat milk, as the indicator, the enzyme used as indicator for cow milk pasteurization is found to be active at 90 degrees Celsius, and hence researchers have suggested some other enzymes to consider while pasteurizing camel milk. Now, camel milk powder. Nowadays, industries are using spray drying technique or freeze drying technique to produce camel milk powder for consumers. From milk, we can derive fermented products such as yogurt, cheese, and so on. This is quite a challenge as camel milk does not coagulate easily. So still studies are being carried out to find how we can produce an effective yogurt and cheese. Camel milk can be also used as infant formula, and now especially in Western countries, camel milk is known for its cosmetic properties, and they are making like skin cream and soap for the health care or skin care. So now you might be asking why you should include camel milk in your diet or what makes camel milk unique. So the answer is that when compared to milk from other species, camel milk possesses lower and lower lactose. We know that some people are lactose intolerant, and camel milk is a more suitable option for them. Camel milk has 10 times more the amount of viral and antibacterial properties when compared to milk from other ruminants. It also has 3 times more vitamin C and 10 times higher iron content than cow milk. Camel milk has easy digestibility. This is due to the small fat globules found in Now, to conclude my presentation, we should know that camel milk is known for its nutritional quality, its richness in vitamin C and vitamin E. It is low in saturated fatty acid and it is high in unsaturated. It has smaller fat globules, as I have already mentioned, and it has a good number of bioactive compounds. For these reasons, camel milk is nowadays growing worldwide and its market is much more growing. So to end my presentation, I will say still a valuable product. That's all from my side. If you have any question, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sunny, for your good presentation. Is there any question for the candidate from the audience? Anybody? Okay. In that case, I have a few questions to you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. In your opening slide, you spoke that sometimes it is sweet and sometimes it can be salty also. So why the milk can be salty?
Why the milk can be salty? It depends on the chemical composition of the milk.
Okay.
This can be influenced by the milking period or the feed that has been taken by the camel and the season when the milk carried out.
All right, very nice. Okay, and you also said about it is lowering the unsaturated fatty acids and all. So what does exactly it means? Unsaturated fatty acids, saturated fatty acids. So what is saturated fatty acid and what is unsaturated fatty acid?
Saturated fatty acid means, the difference between saturated and unsaturated fatty acid is that sir, I have to study more about the same. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Asani.
Hello.
Yes, we can listen you. Please speak.
Yes, sir. I'm saying to study more education because for now
Okay, you need more. No problem. It's fine. One more question that you said that milk alteration. So, what do you mean by milk alteration? What happens in the alteration or adulteration? Adulteration, actually, not alteration.
Yes, sir. Adulteration.
So, what does adulteration mean?
Adulteration means, like, nowadays people are how do I explain, using kind of some techniques to adulterate products, especially food product. That means when milk is being added with water, or sometimes they use chemicals to extend the shelf life, or sometimes they use several types of method to change the initial property of milk. This is known as adulteration.
Okay, very good. And when you're talking about the importance of this camel milk and the role of in different diseases, you also speak two words. One is autism, another one is chronic disease. So Crohn's disease. So what is Crohn's disease and what is autism? What
Uh,
happens in Crohn's one and autism?
Crohn's disease is already a disease that occurs in human cells. And if we talk about chronic disease, these are diseases that take long time to be cured, like diabetes, cancer, and some other kind of diseases, and some cardiovascular diseases.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Asim. You may leave the screen.
Thank you.
Yes,
Is
sir.
there any other candidate present
No
today?
thing, I'm afraid there is nobody.
Okay.
And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Daima for sparing his precious time for this session. And so I request you to kindly send the evaluation sheet to Dr. Deepshikha by evening.
Okay, I'll do that now. So
And
thank you, Pankaj. Thank you very much for coordinating this event here. And it is my pleasure to be part of this important conference and listen these two important presentations. So thank you to you, your team, and Deepshikha ji.
thank you, sir. It was same
Thank
here. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Kindly stop the recording. IT cell. IT cell. Pankaj. Pankaj Soni.
Yes, sir.
Kindly coordinate with the IT cell so that we can stop the session, recording of the session. Either you can call him or just send him some message. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. No, sir, we'll be starting right now only.
Right, very good. Okay.
One or two participants are in some other session in the keynote speaker. We are asking them to join here only.
Okay. So in the middle of the session they will join, right?
Yeah, because we will be starting. Otherwise, time is actually one candidate is extra here, so
Okay.
we need to start on time also. So we need to accommodate her also because she was not able to present in the last session. So we are
Fine.
going to ask him to present in this session only, but at the last.
At the last, right? Okay. Very good.
So I welcome you all to the this international conference on advanced materials in innovative technology, AMITI 2022. I would like to welcome. Hello, I would like to welcome Dr. Narayan Yadav, Ram Narayan Yadav ji. Dr. Ram Narayan Yadav ji is presently working as assistant professor in the area of computer science and engineering at the Institute of Infrastructure, Technology, Research and Management, ITRAN.
Excuse me.
Yeah, please.
I'm just interrupting you. Dr. Narayan Yadav, who is he? He is joining here in the session?
Sir, I was able to, I've got your name as Ram Narayan Yadav.
You have taken somebody else's profile. I'm Dr. Narayan Kumar Jalan.
Okay, yours, Jalan. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Just give me a minute, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely sorry for the miscommunication because the names were a little bit same. So I'm extremely sorry in case you have felt.
No, sir. Yeah.
So I would like to welcome you all for this international conference on advanced materials in innovative technology, MET 2022 in session 4. Today we have, hello, today we have Dr. Narayan Kumar as a, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. We have Dr. Narayan Kumar, who is assistant professor in the area of biotechnology and bioinformatics at NIT University, where he teaches genetic engineering, molecular biology, biological chemistry, synthetic biology, and plant biotechnology. Dr. Narayan Kumarji is graduate from Birla Institute of Technology and Science in Pilani with a PhD in biotechnology, BITS Pilani. For more than 16 years, he has been actively involved in both teaching and research. Plasmid manipulation and prokaryotic vector design, drug docking, protein modeling, designing of prokaryotic expression vector, drug discovery for molecular targeted therapy of cancer by computational approaches, bioenergy, and other topics are among his research interests. He has chaired national conferences and symposiums also. He is a member of American Society of Microbiology USA and the Association of Microbiologists of India. Currently, his research group is working on the construction of a broad host range prokaryotic expression vector from natural isolates of lactic acid bacteria and drug design and docking. He has published articles in reputed journals and participated in various international conferences also. He has received an Indian patent on a temperature-inducible promoter derived and modified from Enterococcus faecium DJ1 plasmid. He has received scholarships from UGC BSR, the Ministry of Human Resource Development, and the Department of Biotechnology of India. So I welcome you to this session.
Thank you, Mr. Pankaj, and thank you, Dr. Malani, too. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session 4 of MET 2022.
Yes, sir.
I'm Dr. Narayan Kumar, and I will be chairing this session. And in these sessions, total there are 5 speakers, and every speakers will be given 10 minutes time for presentations. Remember, every speakers will be given 10 minutes time for presentations, and 2 minutes will be given for the question and answer sessions, right? So we'll be strict on time. So we respect the time. And before starting the presentations, before starting the sessions, just I would like to tell you that whoever audience join here, they can mute their microphone. Only the speakers can unmute their microphone. Okay, fine. So first I call Mr. Vikas. Mr. Vikas P21, abstract number P21. Yes, Mr. Vikas, who will be talking about antimicrobial activity, silver nanoparticles. So please welcome Mr. Vikas.
Sir, 1 minute.
Yes, Mr. Vikas, am I audible to you?
Yes,
Mr.
sir. Yes, sir. Sir.
Yeah.
please. Sir, is it visible or not?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because you have just started the screen sharing, but it is not visible. Yes, now it's visible. Good.
Myself, Vikas. Currently, I am pursuing my MSc in Applied Physics from MIT University, Rajasthan, Jaipur. Today, I am going to present on the topic antimicrobial activity of hazy nanoparticles. Now, the outlines: introduction, synthesis of hazy nanoparticle, characterization techniques, results and discussions, conclusions, and future scope. Now, the introduction. What is nanoparticles and nanotechnology? A nanoparticle is a small particle that ranges between 1 to 100 nanometer in size, undetectable by human eye. Nanoparticle can exhibit significantly different physical and chemical property to their larger material counterparts. Now the second one is hazy nanoparticles. Silver nanoparticles are one of the most vital and fascinating nanoparticle among several metallic nanoparticles that are involved biomedical applications. Now the third one is the microwave method. We use microwave method because it is quite fast and straightforward. Now the synthesis. Firstly, we take distilled water and add AgNO3 in it and stir it up to 90 to 98 degrees Celsius temperature. After some time, we add TSC, dropize 1 drop in 1 second. After some time, the solution turns into yellow color. That means that indicates hazy nanoparticles are formed. Now it leave for settle at room temperature, and after some time, it's stored in ice bath for 24 hours.
Because is it not possible that you can turn on the video?
Sir,
Is it not possible that you can turn on the video camera?
okay, sir. थोड़ी सी दिक्कत आ रही है.
Okay, if it is a problem, then you can go ahead. No issue.
Characterization techniques: UV visible and antimicrobial activity. Now the results and discussions. Optical properties. In figure first, A part shows A part represents absorbance of 442 nanometer wavelength which falls under visible light, and the B part represents energy band gap 4.5 electron volt. Now the second figure, A part represents absorbance of 433 nanometer wavelength which falls under visible light. B part represents energy band gap 4.6 electron volt. Now the second figure, A part represents absorbance of 445 nanometer wavelength which falls under visible light and B part represents energy band gap 4.63 electron volt. Now the antimicrobial activity. In the figure, we can observe a violet color that is caused by the dead bacteria due to the effect of hazy nanoparticles. And in the sample, we use Staphylococcus aureus, and we found the bacteria is killed by the effect of hazy in the diameter of 3.2 micrometer. Now, we also found that the bacteria E. coli, which is not affected by the hazy nanoparticles. Now the conclusion: synthesis of AG nanoparticles has been carried out by co-precipitation method. Co-precipitation method from UV visible spectroscopy, the absorption of visible light can be seen by graphs. AG nanoparticles shows semiconductive nature. It has been confirmed by the energy band gap of 4.5 electron volts. Now the future scope, we can investigate photocatalytic, electrochemical, dielectric, and electrical properties of prepared AG nanoparticles. We can incorporate AG nanoparticles as a dopant for verify the several properties of a material in which it will be doped. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you so much. Now, house is open for the question and answer session.
Yes, sir.
If anyone having any questions, please can ask.
Sir, if you permit, may I ask?
Yeah, why not? Please.
Vikas, you said that according to your working methodology,
Ji.
you have used microwave.
Ji,
So
ji.
what was new or innovative about the technology, and how was it different from the earlier methodologies which were used? Like microwave is a known and validated source by which we can make nanoparticles. So what is the new thing you did in your experiment or in the result you presented?
Because मैम मैं हिंदी में बोलना चाहूँगा मैम, ये एक्सपेरिमेंट, हाँ ये एक्सपेरिमेंट में मतलब हम लिक्विड फॉर्म में जो कंपाउंड है वो यूज कर रहे हैं, और इससे पहले हमने जो भी एक्सपेरिमेंट पहले हुए हैं उसके अंदर हमने जैसे कि पाउडर फॉर्म हो या फिर सॉलिड फॉर्म, इसके अंदर यूज किया है। ये मतलब लिक्विड फॉर्म के अंदर हम पहली बार यूज कर रहे हैं इस मतलब मेथड से।
हम मतलब आपकी लैब,
जी मैम,
हम माने आपकी लैब, आपने रिसर्च पेपर्स में देखा है? रिसर्च
देखा।
पेपर्स में ऑलरेडी माइक्रोवेव से बन चुके हैं नैनो
जी
पार्टिकल्स और
मैम।
करके ही बन चुके हैं।
जी मैम।
मेरा यही पूछने का मतलब था, आपने जो प्रोटोकॉल यूज किया है और जो रिजल्ट आए हैं तो वो उन पेपर से कितना डिफरेंट है?
मैम ये तो अभी पूरा हुआ नहीं है, क्योंकि जो ये रिसर्च वर्क जो हमारा चल रहा है वो अभी प्रोसेस में है, कंप्लीट नहीं है।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Somebody else is going to ask questions. We have a time, so if somebody is also having questions, can ask. Otherwise, I have also one or two questions from Mr. Vikas. If nobody is asking, then I can ask. Yeah, shall I ask Vikas?
जी जी जी।
Okay. Because yeah, you have shown this antimicrobial plates, right? Very good. Okay. So first, you tell me for how many bacterial pathogens that you tried it for. How many bacterial pathogens? In the tables, it is shown Staphylococcus aureus, right?
जी जी सर। सर इसके अलावा भी हम 2-3 बैक्टीरिया यूज किए थे हमने, जैसे कि ये बैसिलस सीरियस, स्यूडोमोनास पटिदा और क्लैब्सिला निमोनिया।
Okay, so you tried with many other pathogenic bacteria, right?
जी जी।
The next question it is, why we do it? Why the antibiotic? Why do you want to check the antimicrobial activities?
ओके सर, मतलब सर एंटीमाइक्रोबियल एक्टिविटी इसलिए चेक करते हैं क्योंकि मतलब अगर कोई बैक्टीरिया इफेक्ट, कोई एजी नैनो पार्टिकल्स है, ये मतलब किस बैक्टीरिया को इफेक्ट कर रहा है, किसको नहीं, कौन सा मतलब टॉक्सिक है, कौन सा नहीं।
I just would like to ask this. I'm just going to ask in a different way. Like there are multiple antibiotics that is available we have, right? And that also kills the bacteria, right? So why the nanoparticles? Why not only the antibiotic? We can use it. The antibiotics that are in the market that we can use it, right? So why the nanoparticles?
सर वो मतलब एजी नैनो पार्टिकल्स को अपन मेडिकल फील्ड में भी यूज कर सकते हैं। हम इसको बैक्टीरिया पे यूज करके देख सकते हैं ताकि भाई ये अगर टॉक्सिक है तो हम मेडिसिनल फील्ड में इसको यूज नहीं करेंगे, नहीं टॉक्सिक है तो हम कर सकते हैं मेडिकल फील्ड में।
If I talk about the toxicity, just because then toxicity in terms of like not with the bacteria, with the human, right? So if we are using the silver nanoparticles, so first we have to find out, is there any report that says that silver nanoparticle is toxic to the human cells, or it is not toxic to the human cells, right? Toxicity effect of the silver nanoparticle, right? And if it is not toxic, then we can use it as antimicrobial activities, right? So you tried this experiment, but it is not completed yet, right? You have to do it.
जी sir.
Okay. Okay. So if there is no any questions from anyone, audience, you are not going to ask any questions from him, right? Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vikas. So you can leave the presentations now, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vikas. Okay. Okay. Then I just make a call to the next speaker. The next speaker is Mr. A.S. Bihola, right? Mr. A.S. Bihola.
Yes, sir.
We'll be talking about applications of nanotechnology in dairy industries, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Bihola, welcome. Please welcome.
Thank you, sir. Should I start, sir? Should I start, sir?
Yes, Mr. Bihola. Please start your presentations.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Myself, Ankit Bihola from SMC College of Dairy Science, Kamdenu University, Gujarat, India. And today I am going to present on application of nanotechnology in dairy industry. So let's start. So what is nanotechnology? Nanotechnology is a combination of two words, that is nano means smallest and technology.
Mr. Bihola, sorry for interrupting. Yeah, now it is okay. Actually, the text which is I think you have not the ratio, the aspect ratio is not proper because its text is not properly visible. It's look hazy type. The text is not properly visible. But it is not in the presentation mode. Make it in the presentation mode. Just click on the slide soon. Just click on slide soon.
Later. Sorry, sir, that is due to internet issue.
You just click on slide show.
Yes, sir. Now is it visible, sir?
No, yes. Now you click on, yes, now it is visible. Very good.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So, myself, Ankit Bihola from SMC College of Dairy Science, Anand Kamdenu University, Gujarat, India. And today I am going to present on application of nanotechnology in dairy industry. So let's start from what is nanotechnology. So nanotechnology is a combination of two words, that is nano means smallest and technology. So nanotechnology is the science of very small things. In other words, nanotechnology is the study, process and manipulation of material at a molecular levels. That is one of its dimensions should be in the range of 1 to 100 nanometer. Why nanotechnology is important in dairy industry? For high demand of fresh, convenient, safe and longer shelf life dairy products in the market, to create new and improved dairy product in all aspects, including quality monitoring, processing and packaging of dairy products. So application of nanotechnology in dairy industry, that is for food processing, nutrient delivery, food safety and biosecurity and food packaging. So nutrient delivery can be done by nano encapsulation, nanoliposomes, nano emulsions, nanofibers and nanoparticles. So first we will about nanoencapsulation. So it is generally referred to as the process that allows one or more active compound to be enclosed within an inert material with uniform size, and that is mainly done by emulsification, co-servation, and supercritical fluid techniques. So it helps in the incorporation of vitamins, antioxidants, proteins, and antimicrobial compounds. This figure shows that encapsulated material is enclosed within encapsulated materials. Advantages of nanoencapsulation, that is for delivery vehicle for lipid soluble ingredients, protection from degradation during processing, control site specific release, compatibility with other food constitutes, and greater residence times and greater absorptions. So nanoemulsions that is consist of a lipid phase discrete in a continuous aqueous phase, which with each oil droplet being bounded by a thin interfacial layer consisting of emulsifier molecules. And the mechanism of actions of nanoemulsion in food ingredients such as protein, polysaccharide, and phospholipids, and process such as homogenization and mixing that are being used extensively for the preparation of food emulsion, that is nanoemulsion. So Nestle and Unilever, Hindustan Unilever Limited, have developed nano-size emulsion-based ice cream with a lower fat content from 16% to 1% without affecting the sensory quality of the ice cream. And one of the aspects that is creaminess of ice cream. Or in one study, nano emulsion purple rice brine oil was added as a source of natural antioxidant, including tocopherol, tocotrienol, oreginol in frozen yogurt, which improved the bioactive profile of the product by substantially increasing the natural antioxidant content. Or in also one study, the curcumin nanoemulsions were synthesized by using high pressure homogenization and added in commercial milk sample, and in which surfaction concentration is a factor that affects the particle formation and droplet size of nanoparticles. And that nanoemulsion was stable for 1 month at room temperature and was effective in oxygen scavenging. And another things which can be done for nutrient delivery, that is nanoliposomes. And in general, nanoliposomes are defined as water-soluble self-assembled structure formed mainly by polar lipids. They are unilaminar and multilaminar, and their sizes ranges between 1 to 50 nanometers. Addition of nanoliposomes with enzyme were able to accelerate and improve the efficiency of cheese ripening process, especially cheddar cheese, and also prevent the development of flavors. Or in one study, a 25% increase of antimicrobial and antioxidant activity of Myratus communis extract after encapsulation into nanoliposomes than the same extract in pure form. Nanoparticles used in dairy product are mainly composed of inorganic materials such as silver, iron oxide, titanium dioxide, silicon dioxide, or zinc oxide. Weir and co-worker in 2012 suggest that adding titanium dioxide nanoparticles could improve texture and color of some low-fat dairy products such as yogurt and low-fat ice cream. Also, University of Miami developed unmodified gold nanoparticle to detect melamine in whole milk, which is used for the increasing the protein content, and melamine is a source of nitrogen, which cause health hazards of kidney. In one study, the researchers used the silver montmorillonite nanoparticle coated on the packaging film to increase the shelf life of dairy products such as yogurt and ice cream. Use of modified atmosphere packaging, antimicrobials, different coating materials, bacteriocins, and nanoparticle can improve the shelf life of different types of cheese. Nanocomposite system can increase the antioxidant and antimicrobial activity of packaging and thus the shelf life of dairy products. And next thing is nanofiber. Nanofiber are fibers with diameter in the nanometer range. Nanofibers can be generated from different polymers and hence have different physical properties and application potential. So an international team of scientists from Colombia and Canada has found that addition of cellulose nanofibers from banana fruit stems and added to ice cream could help to slow melting, increase shelf life, and potentially replace fat used to make a tasty ice cream. A team of researchers led by Principal and Dean of College of Dairy Science Amreli, Dr. Vimal Ramani, have developed a nanotechnology-based deep strip as a solution to control adulteration in milk. And this deep strip resembles a paper strip, which is made of fibrous sprayed material using nanocapillaries. And it can detect 8 types of adulterants, including most commonly used urea, detergent, sodium carbonate, maltodextrin, hydrogen peroxide, and other present in the milk. It changes color with each adulterant. Nano packaging. Nano packaging in dairy product is used to protect content and enhance the storage life of dairy product. The commonly and frequently reported nanoparticle in packaging are metals like copper, zinc oxide, silver, and titanium dioxide. A novel nanocomposite coating of polylactic acid (PLA) embedded with bioactive copper nanoparticles has exhibited excellent antimicrobial activity in pure delayed cheese stored at 4 degrees Celsius for 9 days. In case of Colo cheese, 5 alternate layers of alginate and lysosome were assembled to extend its shelf life up to 20 days. Nanofilm-based packaging materials. So German Research Institute developed non-stick nano food packaging for mayonnaise and ketchup bottle. So this type of packaging material, this non-stick nano food packaging is thin films with less than 20 nanometer measurements to the inner surface of the food packaging. So it will easily clean the bottle. You can see in these figures that bottle is easily clean if non-stick nano food packaging of thin films with less than 20 nanometer is applied to the inner surface. Nano coatings. Nano coatings is the hydrophobic, water repellent, and oleophobic oil repellent surface layer that repels water, oil, dirt, and other dry particles. You can see in these figures. Nanoparticle can be coated with silver, copper, titanium dioxide, or zinc oxide to improve antimicrobial properties. Nano coatings to reduce fouling in PHE. Researchers from the University of Bremen, in conjunction with GIA Ecoflex, applied thin nano coating of polyurethane on heat exchanger to minimize the milk fouling by 70%. Nano painting to reduce fouling in PHE with antibacterial properties. Leibniz Institute for New Materials, Germany, is introducing new nano painting that reduce the effort required for cleaning heat exchangers. To prevent microbes, bacteria, or fungus from adhering to the surface, the scientists use colloidal copper in the coating and to achieve the anti-adhesive characteristic by introducing hydrophobic compounds that are similar to common Teflon. Nanotubes. Nanotubes is a nanometer scale wire-like structure, and the available nanotubes are boron nitride nanotubes, carbon nanotubes, and alumina nanotubes. So incorporation of carbon nanotubes into polymer structure increase the mechanical properties like tensile strength and elasticity of nanotubes. So process of nanotubes in milk by alpha-lactalbumin. So milk protein, in which whey protein is also there. In subclasses, alpha-lactalbumin is there, which is partially hydrolyzed. So building block of alpha-lactalbumin with the presence of calcium forms a nanotubes with a diameter of 20 nanometer and cavity of 8 nanometers. And minimum concentration of alpha-lactalbumin to form nanotube is 20 gram per liter. So advantage that unable to bind with food components, that is vitamins or enzymes, marks undesirable flavor or aroma compound, considered as a food grade material. Intelligent packaging. Packaging system which monitor the condition of packaged foods to give information
Mr.
about.
Ankit, you have to wrap it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
So nano sensor is a packaging equipped with a nano sensor is also designated to take either internal or external condition of the dairy products to supply chains. So a team of scientists led by Dr. P.N. Raju from NDRI develop a sensor that can be fit into the packet to sense the quality of the enclosed koa or paneer indicated through color changes. You can see in this figure. So finally, conclusion, nanotechnology has the potential to improve foods, to make tastier, healthier, and more nutritious, or to generate new food products. But the safety regarding the nanoparticles and the digestibility of nanoparticle in our stomach have to be considered, and more studies needed on the nanotechnology based food in dairy industry. So
Yes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bihola. Okay, so 1 or 2 questions from the audience side.
Yes, sir.
Sir, again, I would like to ask a few questions, if you permit.
Yes.
Ankit, you said lysozyme and alginate is being used for nano packaging.
Yes, ma'am.
In your slides, you said that. Can you tell me how it is done? please don't read it out. I have already read it out. Can you
Yes.
tell me, just explain how an enzyme and a carbohydrate is being used for nanopackaging?
Ma'am, generally nano-based emulsion is first produced and it is dried and applied to the packaging materials, as I read in one article. What, ma'am?
What is the emulsion made of?
In generally oil in water type or water in oil type of emulsion is generally made nano emulsion, but we can also made multi-phase emulsions, that is oil in oil type of emulsions, in which first oil is dispersed, means fat particles are dispersed in water. After that, this all droplet is dispersed in water or oil.
So,
that is,
which is the nano part here? Because both lysozyme and alginate are water soluble. So why exactly we need an emulsion for? And what is the nano part in this emulsion?
hello.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
I am generally focusing on ma'am application sides, not in details. So I can read one article on that. So
Do that. When you are presenting something, you should know the concept behind it. Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Vihola,
Yes, sir.
yes, actually, it looks like I have not seen the research here actually. It looked like complete theoretical, and you have taken the materials from the papers and you have presented it here, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, so just give me an idea, like whenever we do the work, some work, then and for particularly for the industrial purpose, then industries want it should be cost effective, right? And if you're doing the coating or encapsulations with the silver and gold nanoparticles, don't think so the price of the product will increase. Yeah.
What, sir? Sir, your voice is breaking because I have a low internet connectivity.
The question, so like if you're doing the coating with the silver and gold nanoparticles, then the price of the product will increase. So it is not cost effective. Then the
Yes,
why,
sir. Yes, sir.
then why the industry will actually will try to make this type of the product if it is cost effective.
Sir, I can say that Nestle and Unilever made a nano emulsion based ice cream. So it is generally bio nanoparticles produced by emulsion forms by using nano emulsions. But Nestle and Unilever generally reduce fat from 16% to 1% without affecting the sensory quality of the products, like melting quality of ice cream, creaminess of ice cream, and ice crystal without any ice crystal or water crystals, or we can say that lactose crystals present in the ice cream. So fat is costly. So with reducing cost from fat, we can manage price with normal ice cream available in market by Amul or any other company.
Thank you, Mr. Vihola. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So now I'm going to call next speaker. Okay.
Okay.
Next speaker is Miss Ankita Walia, who will be talking about sonication and microwave processing of thick beverages. Right. So please welcome Ankita Walia. Start your presentation. Ankita Walia, am I audible to you?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, you can start your presentation.
Okay, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, it is. It is visible, but make it in presentation mode, right?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Great.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ankita Walia, research scholar in MIT Institute of Biotechnology, Jaipur. I am happy being part of this platform for researchers. Today, I am presenting sonication and microwave processing of fig fruit beverage, a synergistic approach. So the underutilized crops are the plant species that are traditionally used for their food, fodder, oil, and medicinal properties. However, those species are underexploited, a potential to ensure food security, nutrition, health, income generation, and environmental services. Most fruits spoil due to lack of processing. Therefore, preservation of fig fruit in some form required to make it available throughout the year. Figs are evergreen, medium to large deciduous trees. Seeds of fig fruit are tiny, numerous, and grain-like structure. Grain-like in appearance, figs are extremely sweet and known as a nature's candy. It is available in various colors ranging from purple, red, green, and golden. Figs are excellent source of soluble fiber and minerals. Fresh and dried figs are both good source of iron. The thermal treatments ensures food safety and extend storage life, but they can cause losses in heat-sensitive nutrients of the product. Non-thermal techniques such as microwave, ultrasound, and high hydrostatic pressure reduce the microbial contamination and improves the qualitative parameters of the drinks. I'm doing this experiment because the potential role of underutilized plant species is to contribute global food security and nutrition, buffering against the consequences of climate change and reduction in agriculture biodiversity. Sorry. The combination of non-thermal processing technique is one of the innovative way of food processing to enhance the quality, safety, and the storage stability of fruit and vegetable juices. Novel technologies like ultrasound and microwave processing have the potential in providing the good quality of products in terms of their shelf life and function quality. So conventional pasteurization microwave treatment versus ultrasound treatment. The fresh juice was prepared for 10 minutes in the thermostatic water bath for 90 minutes, and for second treatment is microwave treatment. For that, the fresh juice samples were pasteurized in microwave for 1.5 minutes of duration with the power of 850 watts. Similarly, ultrasound treatment with 20 kilohertz of 90 for 90 minutes with control temperature of 30 degrees Celsius were used for the comparative storage stability of bioactive compounds. So, the juice, it is clearly shown in the table. The juice which is prepared with ultrasound treatment and microwave treatment have contained more bioactive compounds and the antioxidant activity as compared to other juices, which is control, which is a normal juice without any treatment, and other is pasteurized juice. Because with pasteurization, with heating treatment, the bioactive compound generally leach out from the juice sample. The effect of storage and physicochemical parameter of beverage, in which the stability of pH is directly proportional to the stability of bioactive compounds in fruit juice. So pH in fig beverage shows significant changes during storage. So pH stability decrease with time in control and pasteurized sample, while it is a very slight difference is there in microwave and ultrasound treated samples. And in comparison to microwave and ultrasound treated sample, ultrasound treated sample are much better. Same is as in TSS. TSS decreases after the thermal processing. TSS retain in refrigerated samples. Ultrasound processing retain TSS throughout the storage. And cloud value decreases during the storage time. It might be due to the inactivation of undesirable enzyme, which cause the loss of cloud in certain juices. Storage affect the transparency of the fruit juice by making them cloudier. So the ultrasound and microwave treated sample has less cloudier as compared to the control and pasteurized samples. Effect of storage on functional parameter of beverage. The DPPH, total phenol content, and the total flavonoid content gradually decreases from the period of 0 to 30 days. And in microwave and ultrasound samples, the content which is decreasing is very less as compared to the other samples. The both microwave and ultrasound treated samples have significant in the effect on the quality of the functional feed beverage. The quality of the juice as well retained by both microwave and ultrasound as compared to the pasteurization. But sonicated samples were far superior in maintaining the quality, as it shows better bioactive compounds, mainly total phenolic content and the antioxidant activity during storage period than pasteurization and microwave processing. So the conclusion of this is being a non-thermal and novel treatment, ultrasound treatment exhibited to be a promising alternative for conventional thermal and non-thermal treatments like microwave, and it is better retain the quality of beverage during cold storage. Generally in our industries, a pasteurization treatment is used, which can be replaced by the ultrasound and the microwave treatment to retain the qualities of the fruit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ankita. Thank you, Ms. Ankita Wadia. Okay, so from audience, any questions from the audience side? Audience, please ask questions if you have. Okay, Ankita. Then I have this one, two questions. Why the both technique is required, the both sonications and microwave? Why not individual only? Only sonications, not because in the sonication you are getting the good results, right?
Yeah, yes.
Compared to the microwave. So why not only the sonications? Why microwave?
As comparison to microwave and sonication is much better than microwave treatment.
Right. So why you miss trying to see means like what we call that doing the processing with the both together. You can try with only with the sonication. Why are you using the microwave also?
Microwave treatment also help in reducing the microbial load in our samples.
Right.
So I have compared both of the samples. Right now I'm researching on both the treatment, first microwave, then ultrasound treatment, and I'm working on that. But this research is related to the comparison in between the pasteurization, ultrasound treatment, and the microwave treatment.
Tell me what do you mean by the microbiological load?
The total plate count in our samples is less in as comparison to control samples of the pasteurized sample in ultrasound samples.
How do we check it?
Sorry?
This microbiological load on the plate. How do you could you tell me the methods that you use it?
So right now I'm studying this method. I haven't completed the research yet. I have just studied this bioactive compound parts.
Okay. Okay, very good. Now, your purpose is, what is the purpose is for processing the fig beverage, and why you have choose the fig?
I'm working on Ficus racemosa species, which is underutilized fig species. It is not available in the market. It is available in the villages. So I'm trying to making a technology which I can transfer to the villagers, so they can make a they can make a value-added product from that fig, and maybe I can transfer this technology to the industries, so that underutilized fig, which is very good in bioactive compounds and other properties. So that fig can be used by the industries and villages also.
But I have seen that some of the researchers, like in 2016, they have worked on this one, right? The fig, Ficus, right?
Ficus carica is a different species in which work has been already done, but this Ficus racemosa species, I'm exploring this species because there is no product available in the market with this species. That is why.
So is there any importance of the, like in the variation of the species will give you some better importance as compared to the first one?
Yeah, it is. There are different varieties of this also. It's a purple color, one is of brown color. So the purple color species is rich in bioactive compounds as compared to other species. That is why I'm exploring this.
Okay, Ankita, Ms. Ankita, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For giving me the opportunity to present my work in this conference. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm just going to call the next speaker. So the next speaker is Mr. Sobhit. Mr. Sobhit who will be talking about effect of pre-treatment and fluidized bed drying on rehydration studies of Moringa oleifera leaves. So please welcome Mr. Sobhit. You start your presentation. Mr. Sobhit. Project number P93. P93. Right. Yes, Mr. Sobhit. So make it in the presentation mode. Sobhit. Sobhit, am I audible to you? Yes. Mr. Sobhit, please make it in the presentation mode. Presentation view.
Shobhit, you're audible or visible? Shobhit?
Sobhit. We are not audible to you, Sobhit. Sobhit, speak loudly. Let's just wait for a few seconds more. Otherwise, we'll move to the next presenter.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes, now you are.
Dr. Shobhit, because of some issue, is not able to present. We have asked him to present after the next presenter. So we will call the next presenter, sir.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
one more thing, sir. We have one presenter named Shweta also. So she
Hello,
will
sir.
be the last one also.
Okay, see you in last, right?
We have 6 presenters in the session. Right, sir.
And what is topic of Shweta?
Just give me a minute.
Could you WhatsApp me?
Sure, I will send you.
Yeah, you please send me.
Sure, sir. Abstract and topic also I will send.
Yes.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
We
Thank
move
you.
on to the next presenter, sir.
Okay. So, right. So we move to the next presenters because Mr. Sobhit is having some technical problem from his side. So next presenter is Mr. Harsh Patel.
Yes, sir.
Harsh Patel. Just a minute. Mr. Harsh Patel will be talking quality improvement in mozzarella cheese. Admixing homogenized milk with unhomogenized counterpart. So please welcome Mr. Hospital.
Okay, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are.
Sir, can you stop the presentation of Mr. Sobhi?
Mr. Sobi, organization. Yes.
Visible?
Yes. It is visible.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Harsh Patel, currently pursuing my master's studies in the Dairy Technology Department, SMC College of Dairy Science, Anand. And currently, I'm working on quality improvement of mozzarella cheese by admixing the homogenized milk with unhomogenized milk. So let's start with the introduction. So for cheese, generally cheese is a generic name for a group of fermented food product, and it is produced in the wide range of flavors and forms throughout the world. Mozzarella cheese, also known as pizza cheese, is a white, soft and stretched unripened variety of pasta filata family, which has its origin in Battipaglia region of Italy. Cheese is usually round and pear-shaped when it's cut open, and it's slightly juicy, milky appearance, and having bland and slightly acidic flavor. And it is also characterized by its stretchability. Mozzarella cheese is generally been produced with two methods. One is direct acidification technique, and second one is the starter culture technique. But in industry, direct acidification technique is generally used because it consumes less time. Here are some of the legal standard for mozzarella cheese. So based on the moisture content, so mozzarella cheese having if maximum 60% moisture, then it's come under the mozzarella cheese category. And if the moisture content maximum 54%, then it comes under the pizza cheese. Now, what are our objectives of our research? So first one is to modify the conventional method of mozzarella cheese making based on the homogenization condition and the proportion of homogenized milk and unhomogenized milk in the milk blend. Second objective is to compare the recoveries of milk solids and the yield of the cheese made using optimized processing conditions. And third one is to assess the pertinent quality aspects of mozzarella cheese made using blend of homogenized and unhomogenized milk in comparison with control, which is fully unhomogenized. Now, what is homogenization? So homogenization is a process in which milk is passed through a very narrow gap, around 0.1 to 0.2 mm gap with a high pressure. So for fat globules will be broken down in uniform size, and it increases the whiteness of the milk. So homogenization is generally used in many of the many dairy products. So one of so from that idea we have implement this homogenization in mozzarella cheese making to get the benefits of such technique. So generally homogenization is done in manufacturing of recombined cheeses, and it has certain beneficial as well as adverse effect on mozzarella cheese. So if we talk about beneficial effects, so homogenization of milk decrease the fat globule size, favoring uniform distribution of fat throughout the cheese curd. The advantages gained in the cheese making include the glossy and whiter cheese and higher cheese yield, reduce the fat leakage into the cheese and chewiness during the pizza application. And slight acceleration in cheese ripening process has also been reported by some of the workers. And if we talk about the adverse effect, homogenization has tendency to retain moisture into the product, and it has also been observed in the cheese that moisture retention is higher in case of homogenization. So it leads to higher microbial count and during the refrigerated storage. So ultimately it impairs the shelf life of the product. Homogenization of milk adversely affect the protein network and alter the basic structure and leading to retard the whey repulsion from curd, and slower and less complete matting of curd, then curd shattering and decrease the elasticity and gel strength of the curd. So more often it will get soft curd. Mozzarella, whatever cheese made with the homogenization, get little bit softer cheese. Okay. Owing to reduced curd tension in coagulum made from homogenized milk, smaller particles of disintegrated curd get lost in the way. Now, here are some of the studies and we can say literature reviews. So we found that so it is first we'll see the effect of homogenization on the composition of the mozzarella cheese. So many workers has worked. So mozzarella cheese made from homogenized milk had higher moisture, 61.52% higher as compared to control. Control is unhomogenized milk. So moisture retention is higher in case of homogenization. Then second one is the protein. Protein content also impaired. Protein content is impaired while homogenizing. So you can say it decreased the protein content. Then there was a marked increase in the fat on dry matter content. So fat recovery is higher. So our FDM content is also get increased during the homogenization. And also higher acidity was associated with the homogenized milk cheeses. So this review is from completely homogenized milk, and our research is the blend of homogenized and unhomogenized milk. Okay. Now here is some of the effect of homogenization on recoveries of milk solids, because it is the economical point of view that if we recover the more milk solids, then it is beneficial for us. So fat recovery of mozzarella cheese range from 83.68 for control, which is unhomogenized, to 98.15% for cheese made from homogenized milk. So you can see there is higher increase in the fat recoveries. Protein recovery in mozzarella cheese range from 84.10% for control, which is unhomogenized, to 89.65% for cheese prepared with homogenized milk. So protein recovery also gets increased, and as well as TS recoveries. Here you can see 56.74 for control and 58.98 for cheese prepared from homogenized milk, completely homogenized. So from that we have taken idea and we'll get more recoveries. Then if we talk about yield, then Jana and Moda reported that yield of mozzarella cheese was 70% and 16% when employing homogenized pressure. So if we increase the pressure, also there is certain change in the recoveries. So at higher pressure, also increase the yield of the cheese. Then effect of homogenization on the baking properties of mozzarella cheese. So baking properties is foremost very important, because people want more meltability than stretchability. So one demerit of homogenization on mozzarella cheese is meltability. Meltability get decreased while homogenization. Fat leakage, it also decreased. It is one of the advantage that fat leakage is decreased in while homogenization. Then homogenization treatment adversely affect the stretchability of mozzarella cheese. The stretch value of control cheese was greater than 30 centimeter, whereas the stretch values between 5 to 10 centimeter for homogenized milk cheese. So stretchability is also decreased with the homogenization. So if we blend the homogenized and unhomogenized milk, we can change the scenario, and when we can increase such properties. So we have done some work on this in our college, and I'll show you the results. So though homogenization of milk improves certain aspect of cheese, it has some deleterious effect on physical characteristics of product. In order to gain the advantages rendered by homogenization treatment, it was contemplated to admix the homogenized milk with unhomogenized portion in preparing of mozzarella cheese. So we have evaluated the parameters like yield, composition, functional properties, and in our research we blend the milks in 3 ratios. First one is 40:60, 50:50, and 60:40. And we have given 2-stage homogenization. The cheese yield when employing the treatment T2 was 12.31%, while the stretch value of the mozzarella cheese was 41 centimeter. So amongst these three treatment, we'll observe that 50:50 gets higher all the properties as compared to both these things. So we compare the parameters of this T2 treatment with the control. Okay, so the control cheese, which is made from fully unhomogenized milk, which is selling in, which is present in the market, whatever from Amul and all. So they have 10.20%, and when we employ the homogenization treatment, we'll get 12.31%. So it is higher. But one thing is that stretch value is somewhat lower in case of homogenized as compared to, but we can say it is somewhat near about 45. Okay. Such aspects were superior when compared with pertinent values associated with cheeses T1 and T3 too. Mozzarella cheese T2, which is 50:50 ratio, had markedly higher fat on dry matter. So fat recovery was superior, around 84.79% when compared to other cheeses as well as control. So we'll get higher FDM content. The Scriber meltability of cheese T2 was maximum, because meltability is one of the important parameter. Because if cheese will not melt quickly, then people may not like. So we get good results of meltability with 50:50 ratio, and fat leakage was not measurable in any of the three cheeses, which is known as the defect. Fat leakage is a defect, but we did not get it, so it's beneficial for us. All three cheeses conform to the FSSAI standards, and when we evaluated as a pizza topping on pizza pie, also the treatment T2, which is 50:50 ratio, has the highest total sensory score as compared to others.
Try to wrap up the presentations.
It is advisable, and now the conclusion, it is advisable to prepare mozzarella cheese from blend of homogenized and unhomogenized milk 1:1 ratio to reap the benefits of homogenization, like whiter appearing cheese, improved recovery of milk solids, culminating in higher cheese yield, along with the satisfactory baking qualities. So I have some of the photographs while taking my trials. So here is the left hand side control cheeses, which is unhomogenized milk. So we can see the difference that control cheese has slight yellow in color, and experimental, which is homogenized, we have whiter color. So, and if we talk about the stretching, fork test we have did for that. So control cheese having has got 40 around 47 centimeter stretch, and when for experimental cheese, which is homogenized, will get around 42. So it's some kind of good result we have obtained with this homogenization technique. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Has. Thank you so much. So I think I hope the audience also will ask some questions to you. Yes, from the audience side. Any questions? No. Okay. Mr. Has, tell me. Actually, you have referred many papers in this presentation, and the papers are very old, right? It's 1999, 2001, right? Mm-hmm. So very recent papers that is available on the homogenized cheese, right? So why you have referred this one, I don't know. I don't have any idea, because this is your work. But I just suggest you to refer the recent papers too, okay? So you can find some of the different techniques which can improve the cheese quality. Okay?
Yes.
The next thing is...
Hello?
Yes.
Sir, am I audible? Shobit?
Yeah, you are audible. So
Oh.
Right? So this time just we finish the presentation of Mr. Has, okay? So, and second thing, Mr. Has, due to the homogenizations, you have seen the content, the protein content is decreased, but the fat content is increased. Am I right? And the acidity part is also increased, the pH, right? The acidity that is increased. Do you think that this can have some adverse effect on the health if the fat is increased and the protein is decreased?
fat, sir, if it increase the fat, that
Yeah.
fat recoveries are more, so it's beneficial to us, sir.
You are ignoring the protein contents. Why?
Protein content, yes, sir. It is decreased, but at limited amount. Very slight decrease in the protein content as compared to unhomogenized. So I think it is not that much difference.
You have to do the more research work on this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Hers. Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Mr. Hers. So if there's no any questions from the audience, then we move to the next presenters. Okay. I think I should take Mr. Sovit, right? Because some of the problems,
Yes.
right? Yes. So Mr. Sovit, now you can start your presentation. We have we told to the audience also, like, you are presenting on the topic. Wait. Sorry. Yes. So you are presenting. You will be presenting on the topic on the effect of the pre-treatment and fluidized bedtime on dehydration studies of Moringa oleifera leaves, right? Okay. So, Mr. Sovit, you will start your presentation. Mr. Sovit, you start your presentation.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
Start.
sir.
Yeah, you are.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are. So please.
Okay. Actually, there is a technical problem. I couldn't recognize with my laptop, so I'm sharing it with my Android phone.
Right, I understand. Please start your presentation.
So I'm doing it by my phone. Okay, let me share. Okay. Is it visible, sir?
Not yet.
Now?
No.
Now?
No, Mr. Sovit, I don't think so. It is not visible to me. I don't know. Somebody else. So, Dr. Manali, is it visible to you?
So it's not visible at my end.
Okay. Yeah. So, Mr. Sovit, it's not visible.
Okay, sir. I should maximize, I think.
Shobit, have you shared your screen as of yet? Because
I shared my thing.
It's not.
Let me check. Oh, I'm sharing.
Yes.
Sharing screen. Yeah.
Yeah, your screen is visible. You can upload your PPT and then start.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shobit, PhD scholar, Department of Food Technology from Guru Jambheshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar, Haryana. And I would like to present before you all my presentation topic entitled Effect of Pre-Treatment and Fluidized Bed Drying on Rehydration Studies of Moringa oleifera leaves. Okay. So let's move to introductory part. I would like to let you know about.
Sorry, will it not? Actually, it is very small size. If I see, okay.
Okay, sir.
Is it not possible to increase the size of this presentation?
Is it not? I'm not able to see the other option for increasing the size. It is not visible. I think it is.
Because it's very small. It is difficult for me to understand. I don't know what is written in the even to everyone. There will be a problem. So I don't think so. We should accept it this presentation right now. You just try to do some modifications, some changes, and then you come to in the next last presenter.
Sir, it's not going, not increasing than this.
Shobit, we will schedule your presentation tomorrow 10:40 onwards. So be prepared at that time because this is not feasible or visible to us. So there's no point presenting, right? If you're not
Now-
able to
now-
understand
now-
the presentation.
Now is it feasible, ma'am?
It is visible, but it is too small for us to understand. So make yourself compatible with a laptop via which you can give your presentation and then come tomorrow at 10:40.
One second,
have
ma'am. 1 second.
to-
Hold for a minute. Let me now.
No, Shobit.
Now.
No, sorry.
Now.
No, Shobit, it's not happening.
Why not understand this, Dr. Manali? She said, no. You have a chance. You can present it into the next sessions, like 2 more sessions, right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. What will be the timing then?
I'll update you in the WhatsApp group, okay?
Oh, fine,
So
fine,
be
ma'am, fine.
available, okay?
Fine, ma'am.
So we have the next participant, Ms. Shweta Singh. The details are in the chat box.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So next presenter is Ms. Shweta Singh, and she's talking about her. We will be talking about Ficus arnotiana with bark extract as a bioherbicides and allopathy effect on plant germinations. Okay. So please welcome Ms. Shweta. Start your presentation.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible, but speak a little louder.
Okay, sir. Slide share.
Ms. Shweta, you have to share your screen, upload the PPT, and be audible at the same time.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, ma'am?
Okay, please start your presentation.
Yes. Good evening, sir.
No, you have not shared the presentation.
My name is Shweta Singh, research scholar under the supervision of Professor Aran Yadav, Hari Singh Gaur University.
Shweta, you have not yet shared your presentation.
Sir, not visible?
No.
Visible.
Just share your presentation.
Yeah. Can you visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible. Make it in the presentation view.
Good evening.
Ms. Shweta, just click on the slideshow. Just click on slideshow. Therefore, it will become in the presentation view. Just click on slideshow at the top. You can see slideshow at the top. Just click on slideshow. At top, you can see there are different bars in the PPT. No? Home, insert, design, animation, slideshow. Okay. So just click on slideshow.
You design.
Yes, click on slideshow. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, from beginning.
Yes,
No, slide.
Extreme left. क्या किया?
Click on slideshow from beginning. Left side, you can see it is written from beginning.
Shweta, you have stopped sharing your screen.
No, ma'am, I don't know what is.
Yeah, Shweta has started screen sharing. Very good.
Sir, I choose this slideshow, but not any options for the full screen presentation.
Click on the presentations. Na? You just started the sharing. Na? So just click on the presentations.
Shweta, you just open your slide. We'll guide you through the presentation. But first open the PPT.
Can you visible, ma'am?
No, your folder is visible, but the PPT is not yet visible.
Can you
Yes.
visible, ma'am?
Okay, just press F5.
F.
F5. You have the function keys on the top of your laptop. F1, F2
Yes,
wala. Just press F5.
Yes. Now.
Okay, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So start the presentation. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening to everyone. My name is Shweta Singh, research scholar under the supervision of Professor R.N. Yadav, Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. The title of my presentation is Ficus arboriana MIG bark extract as a bioherbicides and allelopathy effect on plant germination. These are the content of my presentation is being present here. The term allelopathy, organized from the Greek word allelon, meaning each other, and pathos, meaning suffering, was coined by German physiologist Hans Mollis. Allelopathy is actually both beneficial and harmful effect of chemicals derived from living and dead plant parts over another in present surrounding. Allelochemicals are secondary metabolites which can be used as a biofertilizer and bioherbicides, which is present in leaf, flowers, stem, roots, and all plant tissues. I will choose the Ficus arboriana MIG is belonging to Moraceae family, commonly known as Parus people. The leaves of plants are used controlling fertility, and bark and stems are used anti-inflammation, anti-diarrhea, anti-diabetic ulcer, wound healing, and skin problems. In these tables included some biologically activated compound isolated from Ficus arboriana MIG. Ficus arboriana was collected from the Dehradun, then washed with tap water, chopped into teeny pieces, and then grounded into powder with electrical blender. Vigna radiata, Glycine max, Archis, Hypoxia was used as a test plant because because all the most of the important leguminae in the world, especially in developing countries, it is leading source of the protein. The extract was prepared by pot method for the allelopathy activity. 100 gram of powdered extract with water by oxalate apparatus. After that collection, a conical flask aqueous extract prepared 20%, 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, and 100% extract solution added the distilled water. After that, each pot filled agriculture soil added 15 seeds of all 3 species in separate pots. 5 ml extract solution added in each pot in every day. After 14 days, observe the germination seeds. Now, the methods for applied phytochemical analysis to the presence of alkaloid, flavonoid, tannin, steroid, carbohydrate, and terpenoids. Now the result. Allelopathy effect is exhibited when there is positive influence in seedling growth and the germination when compared to under the control. The result showed the Ficus arnoxiana aqueous extract had a stimulatory effect on the all 3 species. Evidenced by the increased seedling growth and germination. This beneficial impact relevant when the Vigna radiata in this table is show the increase the concentration and also increase the shoot length and root length of all 3 species. That is indicated. My experiment is positively response in all these species, but 80 and 100% is glycine max and Archie's hypoxia is negative performed. Shoot length and root length measured by the foot ruler and shoot dry weight and root dry weight where the measured by the digital balance. This is also increase the concentration, also increase the biomass of Vigna radiata, glycine max and Archie's hypoxia in root length of root dry weight and shoot dry weight. Now the examine germination percentage and mean germination time with the help of these formulas. The graph plotted between the germination percentage and extract concentration. Increase the concentration, also increase the germination percentage in case of the Vigna radiata. In other 2 species, glycine max and Archie's hypoxia, 80 and 100% concentration decreases the germination percentage. After that, mean germination time increase gradually and significantly with respect to the increasing concentration. Bark extract increased mean germination time of Vigna radiata 2.4, 2.5, 2.9, 3.0, 4.2 and 4.68, the 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100% as the same result of the other 2 species. Now the conclusion, the result of our experiment support the hypothesis that Ficus arnoxiana make aqueous extract interfere the seedling growth and germination rate of the Vigna radiata, glycine max and Archie's hypoxia, possibly through the producing flavonoid chemicals that are the water soluble. The potential of Ficus arnoxiana make allelochemicals to stimulate the germination and the seedling growth in all the crops, increasing the rise of concentration. The allelopathic, it is depend on concentration and species, with the 3 plant species responding in the different way. In the future prospects, isolate and identify the compound, show the allelopathy activity and used as a natural herbicides or growth regulators. I would like to thank to my deepest gratitude to Professor R.N. Yadav, my supervisor, and Dr. Ritu Yadav, my co-supervisor, for the help of whole work, Dr. Pradeep Tiwari for the identification of my plant and UGC fellowship and MIT 2022 for the presenting me.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Cheta. Now, also is open for question and answer. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I think you have to take some questions from the audience if some audience will ask the question.
Okay, sir.
So any,
Yeah, Shweta, you said that ficus species is being used for allelopathic effects. So, and you have also estimated the different types of phytochemicals in it. But you have used, as far as I understood, the crude extract, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, you mean to say we can use the crude extract as a growth stimulator? Is that it? Or have you isolated the components and then gone ahead with the study?
Yes, ma'am, because in the synthetic herbicides are harmful for the crops. So my aim is I will.
Yeah, Shweta, you're not audible. You can unshare your screen if it's fine. I mean, if it's causing any problem. We need to be audible.
Yes, ma'am. Our finding relieved that Ficus cernotiana could be used as a natural herbicides.
But the species you have used for testing, none of them are herbs, are they?
Yes,
Vignes radiata is a herb?
No, ma'am.
It's a bean, right? It's an edible
Yes,
bean. So you are saying you are using
belonging
it
to
as
leguminous
herbicide.
family.
Oh?
Belonging to leguminous family.
Yeah, it's a bean. Yeah. So you have tested, but you are saying that you will be using this plant species for herbicide, but your results show contradictory results. It is inducing growth rather than killing it, killing any species, in fact.
Ma'am, in case of lower concentration, result is positive, and that 80 and 100% two species show the negative result, but Vigna radiata is give the positive result.
Okay.
Increasing the growth.
I don't remember seeing any negative results in your charts. Anyways, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. This
Ms. Shweta?
species is show the negative. Yes, sir.
Ms. Shweta,
Yes, sir.
actually, Dr. Manasi said now you have used the crude extract, right? Fine. So why not we can actually try to purify the materials or compound which can be useful for it, right? From the crude extract, because you have taken the aqueous extract only, right? Not the organic, and you check this the effect of this aqueous extract, that is the mixture of many chemicals, right? So why not you will able to try to find out which chemical that is affecting to this growth or something like that, right? Okay. And and the second thing is the how did you get this information, this data? Like these are the chemicals compound which is present in this plant.
So some tested are some test Salvoski test for the steroid, and
You have shown one table in which it is given that these are the drugs and these chemicals which is present in this ficus, right? Some species, right? Okay.
yes, sir.
You get this information. How do you get this information? From where you have got this information?
I performed some chemical tested Dendrion, Mayer, and Wagner test.
Just show me the tables which you presented it here in the slides. You just go back to the slides and show me the tables.
Sir, your voice not clear.
Just show me the slide in which you have presented the table. You have shown the table.
Table, yes, sir.
Just go back.
Okay, this one?
No, go back. Go back. Yes.
Yes, this one?
No. Yes, now this one. So how did you get these informations?
Sir, this is a previous literature review.
Okay, so you have found out from the literatures, right?
The component is isolated from this family. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can also actually you can find it this one into the database like CHEDIAZ databases. Okay, that is the host repository of the what we call the herbal compounds and the different plants and their products, right? Okay, so you can find out this one with databases. But if you are doing some research,
Sir, my result,
if you are doing some research, then it would be good that you can like purify the particular compounds, right? Natural compounds. Okay, and okay.
also purified the compound, but
Hello?
some results are awaited, so I don't know.
Hmm.
Sir,
Yeah.
I am also isolate. I am also isolated pure compound, but some results are awaited, so I will not present here.
So how did you isolate this pure compound? Which techniques you have used it?
TLC chromatography, TLC column chromatography for the separation of compound. Then after that GCMS, NMR, IR.
NMR also you have used it.
Yes, sir, but result are awaited. I give the sample ICER Bhopal.
TLC is okay, HPLC you can do it, but why the NMR?
Sir, functional, how many proton is present in that compound? How many types of proton present in compound?
Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Ms. Shweta. Thank you so much. Okay, and I last presentations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, ma'am, for the given better opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Giving me.
Okay, and thank you to Dr. Malani too. Thank you so much. And
Dr. Narayan, thank you so much for being so patient and responding to all the queries and questions of all the participants. It was a pleasure hosting you as our session chair, and I hope we'll be looking forward to more participation from your side also.
right. Thank you so much. And thank you to the audience also for attending this conference presently. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. We can stop recording.